Hi, this is Dr. Gary. Welcome to our weekly tune-up today. Many people have asked me questions about trauma, stress, growth, some of the things that happen to us in our lives, sometimes stay with us a long time, and that's the point. It's really wisdom. For a lot of older people out there, including people my age, wisdom is kind of overrated because what it does, it starts scaring the heck out of you. You start looking at all the reasons things won't work and you lose your courage because, the chances of getting something to work is less than when you used to think about it when you were younger and didn't have as much wisdom. What I want people to do today to understand things and also to understand courage and trauma in their life is that we all get over stuff if we want to. It's about the way we look at things. People my age come to me or talk to me on the phone, and I continually hear them say, well, I did that once and it just didn't work. I'm not sure what to do now. Because you do something once and it doesn't work, it's just feedback for you. It doesn't mean you failed. You just did it a way that it didn't work. If we go back to the Edison light bulb thing, and I know probably everybody's sick of hearing about it by now, but he did thousands of attempts on that before he got it to work. And he only looked at it as finding ways that it didn't work, just find one more creative way to check it out and see if it can work. And he finally did, and he got it. In your life, life's that way too. Just about everything we do won't work the first time. It's learning, and there is a learning curve. Understand, even if you've done something before, if you do it again today, you might be able to get it to work. You have to have the courage and the passion and the endurance in order to do that. Doing something once and writing it off for the rest of your life saying, well, that didn't work, is really kind of silly. Just like in relationships. Sometimes we get into a relationship and it just doesn't work. Does that mean we suck at relationships or relationships are stupid? No, it just means do it again. Even with the same person sometimes it can work again because both of you learn more about each other. One of the greatest tragedies in our lives is when we have a relationship with someone, all of a sudden it goes a little sour and we give up on it. Because the new is worn off and we're not as excited as we used to be about that person. And now we know all their cracks. Really? Listen, in our life, part of life is about learning. And Einstein said, hard is good, easy is bad. Meaning that if you do something hard, it means you're learning. And if it's not hard, it means you're resting on your laurels and kind of staying stuck. If relationships or your job or just getting up in the morning is difficult for you, it means there's something there to learn for you. Today and this week, what I want you to learn how to do is quit writing off experiences, especially bad experiences, as something that won't work. Because somewhere in the world today, that experience is going to work for someone else, and it might as well be working for you too. And the reason it doesn't work is the way you're looking at it, or you give up, or you do not put enough passion behind it to get it to work. Just because you want to do something sometimes isn't enough. Sometimes it takes tremendous internal fortitude and horsepower and passion to really push it over the top. If everything was easy, no one would ever accomplish anything because we'd just be bathing around in our laurels and having a party all day. Today I want you to really concentrate on the things you've given up on, like dreams, like relationships, or maybe one person in your life you thought was the one and you gave up on them because, wow, it was just hard. Look at yourself and ask yourself, what is there about me that wasn't allowing myself to grow through that experience? Maybe it's a job and you're having a tough time at a job with your boss or someone that you're working with and you want to quit the job because it's just a crappy environment. Really? Ask yourself, what is there about me that's creating that environment? What is there about me that's making me look at it that way? Because everyone else seems to work there and like it in some way or another or get it to work. There is no failure in life. You decide when you fail. All this stuff is just feedback. And what that means is it's just information for you to decide that's not the way to go about it again. Change the way you do things a little bit and you'll be surprised on some of the things you can get to work that you never thought would work. Be encouraged today to understand that your struggles really are nothing more than meaning you're alive. It's a good thing, not a bad thing. In this day and age, we are so Prozac'd out worried about being depressed, worried about being upset. We're so irritated of feeling bad that we're not allowing ourselves to have the spectrum of actually feeling good sometimes when we do succeed. We give up and continue to give up because things are hard. We're never going to succeed that way. You've got to stand your ground somewhere and decide, you know what? I'm going to figure this out. I mean, that's old school, but old school is the way everything was developed in this world. Remember, everything right now is older than you are. And it was developed with people who had less wisdom, less knowledge, and less inspiration than maybe you do right now. They just didn't quit. They just didn't give up when it got a little tough. So today I want you to put your feet on the ground, look in the mirror, and tell yourself, I can do this. The moment you tell yourself you can, you will start getting it to work. Remember, the word can't stops our learning in that direction. And also, all this stuff that happens around us every day that seems like it's resistance, it's just feedback. Just do it a different way, including that relationship you didn't think was working. Until next week, this is Dr. Gary asking you to stay in contact with me. I love all of you. Thank you for being in touch with me. And again, remember, whether you think you can or you think you can't, as Henry Ford said, either way, you're going to be right. Until next time, this is Dr. Gary wishing you an extraordinary week. And remember, it's just feedback. Bye-bye.